Hi to everybody. I did today already show my school certificates, my school tests, testimonies, and now I do the same in English. But it is a little bit difficult. It was already difficult to get dressed like this, like a businesswoman, when I have the nail on and I had to brush the hair, the nail went away and. Anyway, I do this. Lady Diana was also dressed like this, business style. It didn't bring her good luck. I hope it brings me good luck, because this means I'm completely business. I'm close, but what she said was the difference. I can bring love to people, and I say I bring joy to people. I want to make go out and make the Kasperle theater, things like that. Love, no more. I'm too old for that. They don't want my love. They would not appreciate my love. I don't want to get killed. I can bring other things, like my songs, dancing, theater, Kasperle theater for children, but also for adults in the internet. But I will show the Zeugnisse, because when I go out, every time it's getting stolen something. They stole already the testimonials or Zeugnisse, the school certificates from Kupal. I was working at Kupal, and the end result they stole, and they didn't pay in the Bürgenstock 800 Swiss francs. So, but that before everything is getting stolen, because I have also to go out again today, I show it. I didn't want to show it since 20 years, because there's other things I showed. I proved so many things. I was dancing, I was singing, I was making clothes, sewing them, designing them. So many things. The internet is full of me, and I was thinking that this is no more necessary. But if I need to go to work again, it is necessary, and to identify it is necessary, because the police stole my driving license. If I go out today and they want to see my passport and they just take it, they steal it like they stole the driving license, I cannot no more identify myself. That's the problem about being all alone like a vampire. You can, no one, if they take your passport, no one can identify you. If you overlive all, the classes died, the parents died, everyone died, then how you gonna identify you if there's no friend left, that's. And my parents are very, very old. My sister doesn't call. I have no contact to her, so it's only my children left and my husband. And my enemy is my mother, is my biggest enemy, and the policeman who loved my mother is my enemy. And there are also other enemies, like my neighbors and Madame Knöchel. And yeah, I have to find out. The teachers have not really been my enemies. Maybe a little bit. They were not keen on me. But enemy is something else. So they let me live, when my mother and my father didn't want to take me home from Italy, and I had no food and I was hungry since 6 weeks. I was so happy to go to school, because there we learned we have the right to eat, and they also said you have even to say the right to say your parents, I don't like that food, I would like that or that food, and they helped me also in other way. But let's start from the beginning. So I don't know if you can see it. I just read it. My name is Karin Wiesner. I'm born on 12th December 1968, and my not place for birth, place for being written in the government is Bocholt. It's Germany. My father is a German, and he's called Axel Wiesner. And later I got the passport for Switzerland. When I was in school, they said I can be cheap in come to Switzerland because my mother is from Switzerland. So now I'm Swiss and I still have the passport from Germany, but it's very old and I wanted to make it new. And then there was the coronavirus and they didn't take the phone. So I just stayed Swiss. But if they stole my passport, I can go to Bocholt and find out I have still the second identity. So if Switzerland is really stealing my passport, I can ask for, I have the right to go to my homeland, and they maybe also not be keen, but it would be a possibility. They should help me then. So that's why I show all this. In Hindenburg, I was going to school, in the kindergarten and then to school, and I had in writing 5,5, in talking 5, in geometry und Rechnen 5,5, so it is accounting 5,5 and in writing 5. And not so much difference, a little bit better. The second half year, when we moved to CALM in the 29th of March, we moved. From then on, I went to school in CALM, and I was better than the others in the class. In the beginning, I had 5,3, and they had 5,2. And from YouTube, I learned that, sorry, this hair is like making all the time this. I hate it. That's why I'm not with whip at normal. And from YouTube, I learned that the tabellen are very good. You see, you can compare me to others, me to them, and how did I get efforts and how did I lose customers. And if I ever want to be a businesswoman and make money of my own, this YouTube is very good. Now I like if they give mountains, you know, and then it goes deep and there's not so many people. So I saw that on the birthday of my daughter, a lot of people were watching my channel, so she must have talked over me or just said, maybe it was enough. She said, I'm at my mom invited to the 30th birthday, and she made a cake, and then maybe they were searching me, and yeah, it was helping. Many thanks, much thanks to that people. So, and then it was in the second class, there was Frau Schäfli, and Frau Schäfli was my teacher, and she was hard way, but to all the same, and that's why I also was allowed to make on the Christmas theater. I had to play the tree. I wanted to be the Maria, but I don't know why it was so a drama for me. It was a kind of trauma for me because I didn't know the real reason behind the trauma, you know. That had to be worked out in years. So I just knew I love the Christmas tree a lot, and it is hurting me, and I have to put the Christmas tree away after Christmas. This year was good because Prince Charles' crown is hanging there at the light, and it was higher than the Christmas tree. So it doesn't. I didn't say so much sorry to when I had to bring the Christmas tree above because there was still this nice crown as a light. So Prince Charles, thank you. You have been higher for me than the Christmas tree, and higher maybe even as God. Maybe that was right. First I was shocked, oh, that should not be like that, but maybe it was okay. I will talk why. If the right is good, if you are for the right and the law, then that is good. Also for children, if that is higher than even religions, because they also, not the religion is evil, but the individual persons could be evil too. So is about the trauma. Now I say thank you to Frau Schöfli that I could play the tree, because it was for all a thing, a big thing, and I appreciated it, and I think it is good for the children if they can do that. Christmas theater or other theaters anyway, it helps, I don't know, to find to themselves, to find what is good for me, to talk also. I had not to talk, I had to put the arms out, but it was okay. It gives strange arms. And at that time I was, suddenly all the children, the girls were catching boys, and they wanted them to find out who has it in who is in love with who. As I have that little heart here. I had a heart. I'm not heartless. I was not a heartless one. I loved Peter Schmid, and they all know, it's not a secret. Because they catched him, and then I said, say it now to him. And I said, yeah, I love you. And he said, don't love you. I was in Christine Bossert. So most of the boys have been into Christine Bossert. She was the richest one and the cool one. She could make parties, tea parties, and they had the bottles, and they turned the bottles, and then they played Truth or Love, or I don't know what they played. I was not invited. So I was also once her girlfriend, but we played Barbies. Then suddenly she felt ashamed that she played Barbies with me, and I was no more invited because I was not cool. I stand to it. And I have now the dark hair, but I have not so dark hair, I have brown hair, and exactly the same hairstyle as Christine Bossert, so I didn't look so different to her. And yeah, that was about it. Then we come to the third and fourth class. Here we have Claudia Abliger. I loved this teacher. She was a woman, and she was making the lessons very interesting, very interesting. I loved the histories, the stories, and we went to places. Once we went 2 days to not the cemetery, where the nuns are, to the nuns. And we could watch the nuns, and we could sleep in a tent in the wood, and the military was also coming to look for our security. And I was remembering that I went to the military and slept between 2 military men, and they were all searching me, but I don't know why. I cannot remember why I did that. The children, I wanted to make jokes to other children and take off the trousers or things like that. I really wanted to sleep, so I went to that military man, but no sex involved. They were already sleeping in the night. I went between them and said, just sleep further. I just do nothing. I just sleep here. Tomorrow I'm gone. I'm gone back to the children. And I did sleep there. That was cool. And this nuns, something is this hair. I'm not so used to that. I'm so sorry. But that's why I don't want to work with hair. It is kittling me. Gilly make, this hair is... But I have to finish now this interview. But it's beautiful hair. It's beautiful hair. So... the nuns wanted me, and everyone could smile because I was not Catholic, that was the thing why I should not play the Maria, because I was not Catholic. But they did not know that my parents were religious. They just studied the Bible. Prince Charles and the Englands are also not Catholics. But they are also Christians. So, but at my home there were funny rich men and people coming, which are very intelligent people, also from the weapon industry, have been people there. Maybe I was telepathic, and when I prayed to Jesus or to God, and I feared something, my parents left me alone. Maybe they could hear it in a telepathic way. They wanted to find out if I am a weapon, if I am a KI, if I am a computer, or something like that. No, but it could be. I have been often at the doctors, and once they brought me to the Zurich, to the University Hospital, and it could be I once fell on the head, and then I had to go to the doctor, and he sent me he was measuring my brain waves, and then he sent me to Zurich to this hospital. And there I was very much afraid. I saw I was suddenly in a room and I saw dead people in the glasses, eyes, ears, mouths, hands, were all in the glasses. And that was a shock to me. And after this was real, with my parents, but I ran away, and with my parents, I said, I want to go home. I don't know how, but I overlived this nightmare. But from then on, I had nightmares, and I dreamed, but in my dream, these ears and eyes and hands have been in that, we had lived in a house with, I think, 4 floors, and then was another house. So 2 houses, they were connected. They were connected with a tunnel. A tunnel was from this house going to this house. We had also a place for the children to play, which was really good. It was like for making a theater or something. It was like it had stages, 3 stages and the down floor. But we never used it for that. I don't know why. All the children, we have been playing there, but we feel not safe. I said also, look, there was a man at the second door. It had 2 doors. He is looking at us, and then I was going there to see this man, and he was running away. So, and then I think someone was calling, but we made a theater there. You can play theater or something like that. Maybe it was not bad. Maybe this man brought the big theater so that we could make a theater ourselves. Maybe that was kind, but when you have fear, it doesn't give a connection to this man. I don't know why. I feel not secure, and the other children also not. And at that time, also strange people came in that tunnel, and one must have shit to the things in the washing room, and it was a big theater from the adults. And the police was living next to us. And my mother said, it was you or it was the children. And I said, no, it was not me and not the children. I don't know who. And then they said it was a very big caca. And I said, I don't make it so very big cacas. We are children. And anyway, we didn't it because the mother let all the time the door open. And even if I didn't sleep at home or I just run away, I would come back later and just go in and go on toilet and then go out again. So she would not realize. But I was never, and only once, I really had to go on a toilet outside, and then I went to the doctor, to the children doctor, because that was very near to our house, and I knew where it is because I had often to go to that children doctor, and I just went there to the toilet, and they let me. They didn't ask something. Yeah, I also, when I was really hungry, wanted to steal the fishly, because the doctor all the time when you have been there and you got a pig's injection, he gave a little goosey one, so it was a fish, little goosey fish, so, and he gave them to the children, only one. And I was so hungry and I wanted to go in and looked at the reception. If this lady is looking, I wanted to go in and catch these fishes. I wanted to catch them all because I was really hungry. But I was waiting a whole day and I could manage to go in. And the doctor was out, but then I didn't dare to take it. And because I had to go again to that doctor. And then I said, no, I stay on the good side. I stay a good girl. And I just hold out the hunger to be hungry. And that's about to say also, in the gymnastic, I have good notes. I have 5.5 in gymnastic, but I was not the best one. I could not run so quick, and I couldn't catch the balls because I was swimming too much, and the ball came to my nose, and I had nose bleeding. But here I have good notes. So in languages, 4.5, in reading 5 and 5.5. And in talking 4.5, was I too shy, or why did I give only 4,5? Because I was thinking I was good in talking, and Sachunterricht 5,5, and then writing 5, 4,5, and painting 5, drawing, painting 5 and 5,5, and gymnastic 5,5, and working with the hand, making crochet and sewing, things like that, is 5,5 and 5. So I was lower than the all others. So the Durchschnitt, I don't know the word in English. If you take all and count them through it, at many people they have been there, then you have the Durchschnitt. And I was lower than the Durchschnitt. Not good, but maybe because once in the gymnastic I was climbing up too high, and we could all try to jump in the firewear tower, and I did that too many times, and then one child let go, and I was falling to the ground and hit myself very badly in at the side, the side bones, yeah. And maybe that was a little bit a shock when I searched for something, for a reason why I was lower than all others. I know the real reason was not even that hurting. The real reason was I just loved too much to play. I loved playing outside. I loved playing inside. I had a good dad. My dad made a Kasperli theater for dolls, which was also the post office, the bank office, the food store, and I like that thing very much. And even though all the children said, "Oh, you're still playing home, you should have boyfriends and sex and things like that," I said, "Oh, I don't want. I love to be a child, and I love to play still with dolls, with the Barbie dolls, with other dolls, and also did these things, play bank, can play post, and I cannot regret it. It was a good time, even with my own doing something with my own. Sometimes my mom played the customer, and I enjoyed that time all the time very much, and she took 5 minutes for me. That was a highlight. So then we have here that. Then comes the 5 to 6 class. That's the main important class, where you select the dumb people, the workers, and then the regions. The regions are the intelligent ones. They don't work for themselves. They let other work then better. And the workers are the normal ones, and the dumb ones are also the worker, but not Mittelschicht, the handworkers. And the ones in the post and bank are the Mittelschicht. And the high level is the regions. That's my daughters now. They are teachers at the high level school. So I'm very proud for that. And the Sekprüfungen, I did that. I came in the Sek, and then my mother didn't want that I was too intelligent, or for whatever reason, I don't know. She didn't want, maybe I was right, and these people who played that they studied the Bible, and in real time they studied me, they wanted to earn me, they wanted to kill me, maybe they earned money by killing children, by selling them their hearts and their, I wanted to say souls, I don't know, because they were hard to me. I had to listen, to sit there like the Buddha on the ground, with no water, no food, no playing, no painting. I mean, they could have done what they wanted to do, but why I had to listen that boring stuff, and why I had to sit on the ground, and why I had to listen. Yeah, I said also, I have my children Bible, and I study it myself, but this stuff is too high level, is for you. I don't want to be here, and I wanted to paint. And they didn't want, but one time I was succeeding that they gave me a scissor and paper, and I could do paperwork with the scissor. So, but it was so boring, and for that reason I enjoyed so much when I go skiing, and my parents were able to pay the ski lessons with the school. We drove with the train to the mountain. We have been a lot of children, the ski Schule Zug. We have been over whole Switzerland, every time another place, and also up to the high mountains, and I enjoyed that very much. And my parents enjoyed it also. They had 3 of me, and I had 3 of them, and it was good thing for our living. And yeah, I had here only, they said I have only a 3,8, that is very bad. It's not good enough in counting, in 1 and 1 is 2, that is counting, not bookkeeping. And I was so bad in that, but still I managed to these lessons and go to the sec. And I said that my parents didn't accept that. I said she has to redo it. She was cheating. She was surely she was virgin to the neighbors. And I said, no, mother, no, I did not cheat. But my mother, you could get some problems later. Someone could say you cheated, and they take you away all your certificates. Then you have to go to the school again. And then I said. And then she said, they leave it up to you if you want to redo it or not, or if you want to go only to the lower school. And then I said, no, I don't go to the lower school. I redo it. All alone, I did that test and I passed. So I was good in it. I could go to the sec, but not to study, not that high level. And yeah, it was then clear that I did it myself, and I was also preparing the first time in my life for a lesson. Before I just went to school, did my homework, nothing more. That was it. I loved playing too much. I didn't see why. But then suddenly I realized, it's about my life. If I only can be a waitress or only be a seller, or if I can be more at the bank or something. And so I really learned for that, and that was good. And here I have to find something, if I already have to talk over this. I have 2 children who will become teacher, and teacher have the power to let down children or to push them up, It would be, if you hate the child, you let it mostly down, but be fair. That is my advice. Be fair. You never know. Even ugly children can become beautiful swan, and opposite, beautiful children can have an accident and get idiots. They can't do anything for it. It's just, don't think that they will the whole life be thankful if you push them up. Just be, I think, fair to all is the best. I think just treat everyone the same is the best. And here are empty spaces. It's when you move from one town to another, then they can take that. And I was thinking now for myself. I mean, my parents wanted to throw me out after Italy. I did not know why. They didn't want to take me home. And my mother, when we had lice on the hair, these little animals, it was too much for her. She wanted to burn me. She had to go to the school because I had lice again and again, and we should wash the hair and put powder on it, and I never liked to wash my hair so much. I was all the time running away, so it was terrifying for her and me. Then she said, maybe it's the best we just put petrol on your head and burn you. I don't know, I have two memories. One, she did it, and one, she did it not. And I said, I said, oh, that's not good, then I get burned, I get hurt. Maybe she burned me, and I made that. I deleted the fire, and I just ran out and didn't go home. That was the reason. I really was then scared to death. She wanted to kill me, she wanted to burn me. She did it, I guess. I'm not sure if I could run away before she did it, but she really was. She already had the petrol in her hand, so that's no more nothing. So much loving she could be, so much scary that was. Once in the winter I was making igloos and stayed in there, and came there Mr. Champ, the police officer, was searching me. I had to go to school. I think I slept it in there, maybe even peed in there. I had my ski overall, but there are also memories. Once this happened in winter, something else happened in the summer. At least the life was in the summer. I just ran out. And that was the reason why I didn't dare to ask her for new underwear and new clothes. So I was really, maybe, I don't know how long, I had my little Indiana tent, and I was trying to go to America with only 50 half Swiss francs. I came until then, and then I realized I have too less money, and yeah, I had too less money to go to America. I went back home again. But that was hard. That was in the 4th class, I remember, in the 4th class. What else? After I have really, my mother kept all the photos. I have only a few photos which I always had to ask for, like for this clothes. So I don't know which was happening one. I only know when the man from the government came and asked it, and he said he catch me before the school. It was in the 5th or 6th class. He catch me before the school on my school way to school, and he said, all the children have made a reclamation that you are stinky too much. Do you wash yourself? Because because of you we have become troubles, and we are filming this afternoon, and we have also to film your underwear. I had a short dress. Maybe their parents have been forced to dress us with, not skirts, with, dress, not trousers. And I found that very frach. But he said, I have now to take off your underwear to see if it's clean or not. Then he touched me very gently, went under the thing, on the street. There were people around. And then he looked at it and he said, oh, that's yellow, that's stinky. So then he asked, why are you not changing your trousers every day? And then I said, because my mom is giving it to me, I cannot reach it. It's on the top of the cabin where the clothes are in. It was not in my own room. It was there next to the door, and it was really high up. We didn't have this escalier. We didn't have that lighter to the sky. We didn't have that. If I wanted to reach that, it would have been necessary to take a table there to this place, and this was already very heavy to do that on my own, and put on the table a chair. Maybe like that I could manage it. Maybe it was really in the top, and I didn't do that, so I had only the same underwear. I could also have washed it, but I didn't. That's true, I didn't. I just studied other things. I never smelled my underwear. I didn't think about it, and it was just like that I got my dresses from the mother, I apologize for the other children that I was thinking, but it was just a kind of overliving thing. The man then, still my trouser in the hand, said, you could change it to the other side. Did you know that? Then you have a white one. Now you do that, you change it to the right side. And then he made a mistake in my eyes. He asked, do you want sex? And then I said, no. And I put the trousers out of his hand and put it in his mouth. And then I said, you are crazy. And I ran away. And that was also true. I was a child, and maybe there I was no more into someone special. That was in the 2nd class. There in this class, I had no one, but I just knew I want to stay virgin for my future husband. I want to keep myself for the special one. And I find it still legal and okay. And I think children fall in love with children, in the same age. And then also if you are about 14, I fell in love with the same age, not with old men. I think young girls who fall in love with old men want the money, no? But maybe they are not in love in a young one, so they think, why not take the effort of an older man? That's also okay, but I was all the time in love with someone in my age. My husband is 1 year older. I have also had a boy later after my separation. I had younger men than me. Only one time I had an older lover than me. Only one time. And thanks to this man, I have this flat. I could buy it because I was renting this flat. And then he said, he asked me if we want to buy this flat because he will give it to his children or sell it to his children. And then I asked my husband and we could buy the flat. But this man has once been my lover. And I really appreciated it. He had blonde hair and blue eyes and he was a beautiful man. And he had joke, It was funny doing with him things. Driving out in the woods and eating there, and we had a good time. Going to the church, and he told me jokes and things. It was nice. It was my dandy man. He was my dandy man, and I'm still thanking so much, appreciate so much this kind man. When I was living here first and had problems, he said he could cool me down and things. He said, and I say thank you, Jim, because he was putting in the flat that nice toilet and shower thing, and also that the washing machine, and that was good because he knew about the problems the people have in this house all the time in down where they wash their clothes. So I have never had these problems because I had my own washing machine, and in the kitchen also the machine. He put everything in this flat I needed. He was looking for his Barbie, and I felt like I would be his Barbie. That was the good thing in my life, my husband and this man. But he paid the flat, and I could rent it, I paid of my own 10,000 Swiss francs which I had on a bank account, and I was hard working for this when I was young, and I had this, and I think now I say it was like telepathic. A voice said, "Are you searching now a flat? It will cost you 10,000, or at least I don't know, was it 10? No, 10,000 was when we bought the flat, but 2,000 it was." And another 2,000 on a bank account, so that he was safe, that he gets his money. I'm not sure, 10,000. 10,000 we paid for the Vorkaufsrecht, that we could buy the flat really to this price, But it was, anyway, it was not cheap. It was the right price. It was worth this price, and it was the right price. And when I saw this flat, it was full of flies. That was my part. That was my good luck, because no one there to take that flat. There must have been people died in here, but it was not this man, I think, someone else, neighbor. Oh yes, maybe the police. I still found not out, maybe the doctors. Who threw me down to the lift? This I know. This was my mother. But who did the poison water and the poison gas? I do not know. The water would now be her lines, because he's the only one who has the key to go in. If now comes poison water, it is her lines, the murder, the owner of these garage places, of the parking places. So then we come to the second Zeugnis. It's the secondary school, and there is the special thing that I had to repeat the second class And I made once, 20 years ago, a mistake. After 1,500 Bewerbungen, if you want a job, you make not advertising, you make, yeah, it's like advertising for myself, please take me to work. It's yeah, I wrote 1,500 letters and life. You say what you did in your life, all the schools and everything. I did that things, and I didn't get a yes, only no's, and then I was fed up. And then once I made in the internet, I showed this, and here is standing that I repeated the second class by my own free will, and my parents had to ask for this. This is normally not possible. The notes have been too good for a repetition, but I was allowed to do this repetition because I had not yet breasts. With 16 years or what, all other had breasts, and I had not the breasts. It was 1683, 68, 78, and 14, not 16, 14, 15, and I had not yet breasts, and I had still not yet breasts with 16. So I was back to the others, and that's why it was also allowed to make this repetition, so I could have more time to find out what I really wanted to learn for a profession. And in this time also, I could not really say no, because I had another shock, the shock that my mother wanted to kill me, and that I saw my parents killing my aunt. We went there at the Easter, and she drank too much alcohol, and they gave her tablets, and then she had to overgive herself, and it was a trauma from a whole night. And until she cried help, I didn't dare to help her because I was alone. There were 2, 3, and then she had to overgive herself. And until I really dared to help her, my mother said she's now already cold. But if I I went to the police, and they said if you have no money, it is too. They are true and you are alone, so they will believe them because they must have said that I murdered my aunt, and that's not true. And because they said I was gaga, then the police came never to me, and I got never a lawyer, and I got never asked by them. So they just talking that I was be the murderer, but I was not the murderer. I swear, but I made the mistake. If I had had a handy, I would have called the police. And once people came, it was in the night, deep in the night, morning 4 or 5, and her dog was barking, and people came and ringing the bell, and I was just went there to the door and said they shall call the police, someone died. So I tried to go out, and I tried to run away, but my father caught me and said, never do that again, talk to them people. And he said, she's crazy, you know. She is crazy, and my parents managed to took me in again in the flat, but they didn't hurt me. So I was then quiet, and we went there to Germany to visit our other people in Germany. This hour before Easter, she was calling and said and crying that she's alone and she had a girlfriend, and that girlfriend left her. I got a ring from her, but I lost this ring in the lake. When she died, my parents gave me a ring of her, and it was too big. It was a Verlobung ring. I don't have it here. It's too big. It's also no, that's also not the one. It is looking like that, but white. This is white, and it was too big. It must have been real gold and a really expensive one. It was really special. It was like the stone was on a crown. This is not exactly like that, but like a crown, and the stone in it, very special ring. This was the engagement ring from her. But she was a lesbian woman, but this other woman left her, and that's why she was so sad, and she wanted to come with us to Germany. And I said to her, you can come to Germany, and to my parents, let her be with us, let her come with us to visit the other people, but they didn't want that. So we went then to Germany, and it was not good Germany for me, you know. I didn't know what to do. When I talked over it, no one believed me. And later then I was in danger too, because back in Switzerland, my parents wanted then to kill me. They had a black pill, and this is against poison. It's from the fire, the rest. If you eat that, it helps against poison. But I was afraid of pills, and then my father and my mother took my head, and they give me that tablet and put it down and put water behind and hold my nose. And I was really could not breathe, and then I pushed them both away and hurt them, and maybe I hurt them, I don't know, and I ran away. And there I got really fear that they want to kill me again. And again, but I didn't know that this is again, I always forgot the traumata from the years before, you know. I always was thinking I am safe now. And then came that story that they sent me to the doctor in this house where I live now, in Verity's house. And here we had two doctors, the Dr. Spies and the Dr. Mebert. And the Dr. Mebert was the doctor for the knees. When you have an accident, you go there. And this one healed when I broke the leg. And the other one was the normally doctor for everything. So Dr. Spies, and this Dr. Spies is still living and very, very old. They are still going to this doctor, so they have a connection to these doctors. And I had to go to the doctor, and then my mother said, no, there was someone on the stairs and said, go up, there is a party. And in this house we have a playroom above where everyone can go in which lives in this house. So every family has this key, and the children are allowed to play there when it's raining outside. And we can make grill food and things. It's a party room, and that's very cool. So they said, go up there is a party, and yeah, it will be cool, don't go to the doctor. Then I went above, and there was this Madame Knöchel and my mother, and they opened the door right on the right side where the lift is. The lift is that thing where you go in and it goes up and down in the house, you know. You don't have to go by foot. It brings you up and down, the lift. So, but then the lift was down, and they opened that gitter, and then my mother pushed me down. And I'm not sure if she took Marcel or my sister Norma. Maybe she were holding a child, and that child pushed me with the child. And it's like I take that brush, and then I say the brush pushed you, not I pushed you, no, not I pushed you. The brush pushed you down. So that is the thing about the murder. The children, I found out that is a system. And it's a lot of people, and they let children kill other children, or just hurt them or kill them. Maybe they wanted that the children don't love each other and don't have connections, that they don't have friends in life, and that they can no more be they have no hold together. Because if you want to rule people, you separate them, and then you rule everyone alone. A group is more dangerous because a group has more power. So if our class would have been a whole together, that is dangerous for my parents. And if I had friends, that is dangerous for them. They could give me the strength to go to the police and make Anzeige. And they made that everyone was alone, left alone, like that. Because they also... Marcel got hurt by his own father. Bang, bang. He hurt him so much until he was dumb, no more normal. And another one in this family, another child, they left out in the sun till she also got dumped. And it is a system. They make one child of a family dump and let the state, Switzerland, pay for these dump people. And so so they kill one, for the others are living, have a better life. Something like that. And maybe they also killed really children and cells and the hearts and the lungs, because my father said that Mr. Knöchel made him a unmoralisch Angebot, like in this Hollywood trailer, but in the Hollywood trailer it was about sex. And I think it was not about sex, it was about murdering children and selling the organs. That's what I think. Or the thing was also that they still, that's why I show this Zeugnisse, because they still want that the people believe that I'm dumb, that I didn't go to school, that I didn't make a relationship, that I didn't have not a relationship, apprenticeship, that I didn't make an apprenticeship. I was a Dubali in the place for Dubalis, and that I left that, and that I just abhauen. But it was my mother who grew up in a Waisenhaus like Marilyn Monroe, because her mother was also killed by a gas accident. My grandmother lost her life by a gas accident in a flat. So the children had to grow up without a mother, and my mother was in that place where also Marilyn Monroe is, where all the children are without parents. She grew up there, and she had a lawyer, a Vormund, and when she wanted to get married, she had to ask this lawyer, so the state of Switzerland, please can I get married? And she was very young when she married, like Marilyn Monroe, to escape to these states and this Vormund. And she didn't really ask, they say to me. And that's why the state of Switzerland still hates her. And she had then subito children, she got children for the state of Switzerland too quick. I hear that the state of Switzerland wants the children for which they have to pay their money back, and that they become prostitutes and work for the state of Switzerland. And if they say, no, I don't want, they just make you gaga, lock you somewhere in, and then you have to earn money like that. And maybe they want to earn me. Now I feel the pressure, I feel the drug, and I lose hair, and I should go out here, but now it's also the Steuererklärung, at the time where I have to do my tax work. I didn't start yet. I had really to do other things first. So, yeah, always in this time is the pressure very high. But this, now no more poison water, no more poison gas, or maybe the opposite, because I lose hair as never before. So arsene, maybe they put now arsene in the water, this you don't smell, you don't see, and you die slowly. By arsene, you die slowly when they put that in the water every day. That could be that Mr. Lines, if I die now, I've still no AIDS. My loss of hair is not of AIDS. It could be that Mr. Lines, who is the owner, or he says he's the owner. He's a stealer in my eyes. This room belongs to all of us. He has now the keys to that room. And if I suddenly die now, that could be arsene, which he puts in our water system, in my water system. Maybe they made a separate water system. If all dies, he kills all. If only I die, I should search out and find out. I should make a color in the water system, for example, red or green, to see where it's all coming out. And if it's on my place not coming out, then green, and then I have to find out from where I get my poison, from where I get my water, or where is the place where they can put poison in. That we could find out when we color the water. When we do the water in here, then it's coming out the same with everyone in the house. With that we can find out So I'm still at the Sekundarschule. Yes, I made that reputation. Then I had also all the teachers. Herr Buchali was allowing this, and I had Mr. von Deniken, and I was then very good in school. I had a 5,5 Durchschnitt at the end from all, and I can read it. It was German 5,5. I just say the end result. But it was, I only say two notes. The first half and the second half of the year, it's two notes. So German 5 and 5,5, French 5 and 5,5, English 5,5 and 5, Mathematik 5,5 and 5,5, Physik 5,5 and 5, Chemie, Industry 6 and 5, Geography 5,5 and 6. Wobei 6 is the best, you know. In Germany it's the opposite, 1 is the best, but in Switzerland 6 is the best level you can have. So in Geschichte, in history also 6. In music 5,5, and in Sport 5 and 5, and in Textiles Gestalten, Crotching work, sewing work 5,5 and 5,5, and in cooking 6. That's why my Großbäuerin could be good for me. I love baking cakes and I love cooking, not so much, but now also I'm no more so lazy. I love also cooking. So I love it. And I could also have a restaurant. If I have some people also, you know, you say them do that, you buy the food, you do that. But also all alone, the Zuckerhäusli I wanted. And I could also be a rich, and I could go to Bern and to the politics and do their work, you know. From this notes, I could have been everything. Even me, even work in the Hofmann Laroche and study out new creams for stay young forever. That's also now my interest, you know. At that time I didn't think, I just had the song Forever Living, but now it's a theme, stay young forever and ever. So, no. Then I come to that what I didn't think, because Matthias Nussbaumer and others tried now to change. Matthias was only in the not in the secondary, only in the Realschule, and I became the feeling they want to kill me or just bring me to Lydia, to the hospital for the idiots, all the idiots, and he wanted to have this Zeugnisse, and also my driving license. I think he wanted to have it. Maybe they took it away from him. I can remember they took it away, but he was still allowed to go to work with the car from the work. I don't know how this is possible, but he said he is allowed to drive to the work and back. And yeah, I don't want to be killed to give my things to him. Maybe he was a special man, maybe some kind of hooligan, and sometimes I think, I'm not sure if that's true, that he was also abroad in the USA, and like a gay man, dressed and making art and things like that, I don't know. He's a special man, you know, and I know I don't want anything bad for him, but I don't want to die for him either, and yeah, I hear he wants to become a woman, and I can only mean not good. Maybe he then wants to become a woman and take my life, you know. There's also films about that. Maybe even my skin, my hair, my life, my Zeugnisse, and that's why I can accept. I know they want something I have so badly that they will kill for it. And that's how I can hold out life, even if I'm not the most beautiful woman on earth, and even if I'm getting old and a little bit too fair all the time, not the same fight. That boy was the way. Oh, that was ugly. Yeah, so when I showed only this and then this no more, because the time was, I had no more the time. Here is my Fähigkeitsausweis. Fähigkeitsausweis. I made it in the Multiforsa AG. They sell food, crispies, breakfast crispies for people, and food for the cows, cow food, and for the pork. For the farmers, so they go also from farm to farm and they sell corn. They made especially food out of corn. That is Multiforsa. I was working there and I have also that. I made also this certificate and I can say it. And it's good that I have the contact lens no more so high, it's only a 5. And I can also read with the contact lens in near, not only far, so they have been overcorrected. If I take the 7 or the 6 or 6.5, that's crazy. I cannot read it here and I need a second glass to read here. And now with this correction, 5 minus only, I can read. And I had in Berufs- und Branchenkenntnisse, that is about the Multiforsa, about our products, the 5, I have a 5, no a 6. Only this is tricky, the other I can read. 2.5 in mother language, but first I need to see if it's a 6 or a 5. I am testing out this 6, you know. I want to make that I see more better, and that's why I test out now all the corrections, and I could read all, but yeah, it's a 6. It is a fully 6. I read it before. Now then I'm tired again now yet, because the first time in the morning I read that already, and then I could see it clear. So that what I say is true. My eyes are getting better when I am tired already, and I didn't drink too much. I have no drink here. I have to go out and buy drink. Since many days I'm stuck in the flat, trying to save my videos, because all got deleted on these things, on the storage things. I had 3 of them, and the hot data, the sexy videos are all gone. Someone deleted them, and my mother, it could be my mother, because she put pictures from her on it only once, which I never have seen before, so could be her on the writing. I did that, you know. I don't want you to be sexy, me, I'm sexy, not you. So she took all my efforts and everything I had to break me down till I cry or kill myself. That's the target. And they mean it, but I will be harder. So it's fully 6, Berufs- und Branchenkenntnisse, mother language 2.5, and that is very bad. But this was not fair. Maybe also my parents or Knöchels paid a little bit money to this teacher who corrected my writing, because they said I didn't. They gave they gave Tima, and you had to write over it. And I said, Tima, could it have been giving money? You know, could it have been like here that I get this, because it's not really allowed. They said, to say that this writing is bullshit, you can give a 3, but I give a 2.5 to press down my note, my level note, you know, to press me down, to put me down. This is not normal. I went to the teachers, I went there to talk over it, and they just said, also my own teacher, which I had said that's not normal, he would go to the law. I have the right to go to the law and to ask for a correction of that note, but I didn't dare to do it or didn't want to do it. I don't know why. No, I don't. I know why, because it's something I don't like to go to the police. The police officer um, broke my ass, my backbone at my ass. He broke a police officer who loved my mom too much when I was in the 3rd or 3 class. That on the school, when I was really 10 years, something like that. In that time, Mr. Herzem, he was a police officer. He broke my bone. So when you have this experience with the police, you don't like to go to the police for nothing. But it is not nothing. I was then thinking, it's nothing. I have still in the Durchschnitt of 4,9, nearly a 5. But it can make a difference if they take you at the bank or in a high level, and it makes then maybe 1,000 francs difference or more, 2,000 difference every month. Then it's about 12,000 1 year, easily, like that. So it was not nothing. That was really not goodwill. That was evil will and against the law. The law says they must make the correction. Goodwill with a goodwill. They are not allowed to be evil and to just let you down. That is murdering people. So in French I had 4,5 in writing and also talking. Then Vertriebs- und Rechtskunde I had 5,4, accounting 5, bookkeeping 5,5, in Staatskunde 5,0. That's to be regent in Bern, how to rule the people. Wirtschaftsgeografie 5,5 and 5,2, Maschinenschreiben, writing 5,5, and EDV 5 also. So, and I did that in Zug. Multiforce was here in Steinhausen, where I'm still living in this town. In English 4,5. That was 24th of 6th of 1988. Round of writing I cannot read. But that is all real and all about me. You cannot be for someone else. It's standing my name here. I'm Karin Wiesner. I have not the big eyes. I'm not so beautiful as Matthias or some other people or some vampires. Can also be vampires. I know someone wants to kill me and steal my life. People which have been dead came to life back, and once they need, when you have been dead and come back to life, what do you need? Papers, identity card, driving license, things like that to get work and to earn some money. It's not a joke. I feel the pressure. I feel that. And I have to hurry up because my feelings are always right. My feelings are here, And I need to go to the bank. I need to go, not to the bank, but to buy dog food, bring the trash away, easy things. But I fear to do that because the police was following me every time. And I fear the police to take me the identity card, not someone else. But could also be someone else hits me from behind and takes me all I have, the handy and all I have. So I will put the handy in my trousers inside. So I cut off the handy, or I don't take it with me. Then we have the Weiterbildung. Oh, here is again the Kaufmännische. Here, Multiforce. I could read all that notes from all the years. I don't think that is necessary. It's year 1, year 2. We have 3 years, You have this apprenticeship was during 3 years from 1986, then 87 and 88. I could read us all, but it's good notes. That's all good. There is no 2,2 or something. There is just everything good. 4,55 and 5,5. no more sixes at the end, but stable, same level, 4,5, 5, 5, 4,5,5. Here are 6 in EDV, so in computers a 6, completely fully 6. I could go to Macintosh, I could go to Windows, I could become a program maker. But you know what I would do? A typewriter machine which is not connected to the internet for all which want to write a book or keep secrets. Yeah, but normally typing like machine like we have had, we have also the spiker stick. You can put the data in and take it out, and you can share this data also. You take it you take the stick out and put it in another pizza which is then connected to the internet. But this single one must be alone for his own. So no secrets are going out. My book is then going out when I print it out and I bring it to the book publisher. Only then and not before by internet. And that is missing. But there have been typewriter machines like that, but only a small, very small display. But why that small display? It could be like so big, like now the nail already gone, one nail away. Anyway, yeah. When I would be interested, I would wish this typewriter machine existing alone with a big display, and the same thing is possible. This just to put this and this, the discs, everything the same. You could still share the data. You take the data out, put it in another computer. No Bluetooth allowed. Bluetooth is a leak. It's like an open door sometimes. It turns itself on. If you don't want, you have to be. Then comes you turn it off. Then comes the next update. Updates are also every time a door. They open doors. You don't know why. You have every time you check all doors and close them again. So about that. Now we come to the Weiterbildung. Then I did that when I already knew my husband. He was a farmer, so I said, okay, now I have to learn things to be a farm woman. But I was too bad in sewing, ironing, to do for the diploma. I needed to make another course, another winter, and another Prüfung, another. Not taxes, another, anyway, another thing, and I didn't want that because I was too bad in ironing. Everything else was good, and Nahrungsmittellehre, that is about food, 5,5, how to make a household, 5,5, how to look to the children, to babies, 5, how to look to old people, that is important on a farm, also a 5. The gardening, 5,5. The animals, 5,5. The Betriebslehre, 5,5. The bookkeeping, 6, completely 6, which was necessary. Staats- und Rechtskunde, 5,5. German, 5,5. 4,5. Cooking and making marmalades, 4,5 only. Keeping your house clean, your skin clean, 4. Ironing, only a 4. Handworking, only 4,5. I'm disappointed. Gardening, I did it. They say no notes. House practicum is we had to work on a farm for other people for free to see how it works in reality. So everyone who has that diploma has at least been 14 days working by hand on a farm. And I had to wash. There was the cellar down. It was full. It was a mountain of clothing under under the top. So I did also a good thing to help them. And I know how it works, you know, in the summer when the grass is growing, they have to cut the grass, they have to do all the time things. And this washing is all the time, we have not the time for it. That sucks. That sucks. This sucks. So I did that. I'm not allowed to be the teacher of young farm ladies. I should have done it because then they come for free, they make also the practicum and then you get help. So my advice, do it till the end, then you get help. Because every farm wife can use help. Then you have 3 children, 4 children, 5, and then other young ladies are coming and making their practicum at your household and helping you. So it will be, that was my mistake not to do the other half year also. But I was too quick in getting children and too much in love with my husband. I wanted to get married and to be on my own boss very quick, and I also had a child. So we had to get married. The child was before the marriage, so this I had not the time. Also, I'm not to be the one to be blamed. That paper shows that I have not been in a prison. So all the liars who said she ran away, she was stuck in the jail. No, she was stuck when she was a child, she was stuck in there with the tuberculosis. No, it's right. It says nothing. She did nothing. No murder, no thief, nothing. She's just a very brave, good woman. And we go further to this. This I did after my apprenticeship. I went to England to make the furs. I show them before they get stolen. And it was at the Hildestone College. I was at the Hildestone College in, I think, Kent. Yes, in Kent. This looks so nice. Martin Cross was and secretary in Redaway. I don't know. It looks very nice. So that is the Unicef Cambridge. Here's another one. I have so many papers. And then I did that course, learn how to make a website by myself, not also make also web hosting. I could then be the one who sells websites. But I was in this, I'm honest, I didn't really check it. I just learned for the lessons, and there I managed to do it and had good notes. But then when I was home, something was wrong. It never. I tried to make my own website, and it never worked out. Casey66, the one I wanted a sexy website. Then I was renting it from Magix, and they have the Bausteine, the pieces. You can just put it together how you want. That I managed and that I did, but you had to pay for that website, and somehow it didn't bring money, or I don't know, maybe bring money, but in another way as I wanted. I wanted something else. I wanted that adults can meet each other online, like in a chat room. That I was not yet. I was the one who would think about, like you have a flat, everyone goes in a chat room. That was here in my soul, I was the first one thinking about a chat room for adults where they can show their tits and things and do what adults do. So I grew up and I was an adult too. Yeah. And then the office diploma course, that is again about learning how to deal with the computer, be a secretary, a good one. And here also there are I could have made another and another one. I had only two for level first. There's also level 2 and level 3. And that is also a good thing when you write books, you know. You write books and you have a lot of writing to manage. Then I also wanted it good, but it costs money. I asked it if the government can help me. I was to the there where you go when you don't have a job, and I asked them, please help me to make Weiterbildung, please pay me that, and they did it. So I had to pay everything from my own. And I had also to pay the ballet for the daughter, and the flat, and the car, and the motorcycle, and everything I had to pay. And yeah, that comes later. Then it comes that I work. The problems is all the working. The Migros. And I was after my before marriage it was okay. I had here, that was the apprenticeship. And then I don't know if I have them still, or I have them or not. Yeah, here. So, Asoma, they sell and buy Rohstoffe, steel like Margrethe, and I had to ship, to control the shipping of the steel. And from this company, I was allowed to go once to Hamburg to see where all the steel is stored. It was a nice trip, working trip. And later I was working at Ultrasweet. They sell aspartame, you know, not sugar. The sugar, if you take diet, like the diet Coke, what is in the diet Coke? Not sugar, but the other one, aspartame, this they sell. And there I had a good job. I was first in the reception, and then I changed to the marketing, and in the marketing we did also challenges, and I could sell no cent then to the winners the backpackages, the red backpackages, and we did also advertising when there was tennis, they played tennis. We made our advertising there, we placed that, and it was dealing with big money. My boss had a lot of money in his hand to spend. It was great, it was a good job. Unfortunate, my boss, John Chamberlain, had an accident when he had to fly around the world. I had often to go to the USA, to fly to the USA. When he came back from USA, on the way in the Seeltal to Canton Zug from Zurich, he had an accident, and also someone died. They made that, he and other people which came from the outgoing, not me, young people, they drove into each other, and he was long in the hospital, and I had to go there with his work, there and go back, and there and go back. His private secretary, it was cool, and I think it was cool, but I think someone, no, he was not murdered, someone of the young died. I had to go to the car and to get things, and I saw the blood, and it was a shock. It was a shock. So I know, never drive tired or drunken home from outgoing, you know. So Margrethe was only 6 weeks in the holiday, and later, what is here? That is later. I also was working once while I was in the Kastle for a farm, getting a farm wife. On the Saturdays I was working, only on the Saturdays I was working in Kaffee Speck in Zug, selling cakes and pralines. That is that. But I once came 15 minutes too late, and they didn't like me. They didn't want to keep me, but I liked that job. That was, and later Hello. That was the last job before I got married, I guess. Helicopter. I was also at the reception, and people could buy a helicopter to fly a helicopter flight. That was a nice job. But also something tragical happened. The dark angel followed me, maybe my mother, maybe someone else. That is what I want to find out, because this Urs Klauser, on my last working day, on the Monday, my last working day was a Friday, and he died on Monday. The helicopter fell down, and he died. And before I had my last day, I could fly with him. I had one free flight, and I wanted to go with him because he went up to the mountain to fly beton to a place where they build a house. And then he said, "Do you really want to fly with me? You saw how I fly, and you know that will cause death, because you know the helicopter must go like that up and like that down when he has down the beton." But he flew wrong. He flew like that very quick, and like that down very quick, and like this. That goes in the head rotor, What is underneath, that will go, when you go like that, that goes in the head rotor. And then this can no more turn, and then the helicopter falls. No, it was, so I have to really think about it. It was not murder, it was self-murdering. And he warned me. He said to me that he will do the self-murdering thing. So he said, "Don't fly with me," but I didn't believe him, and I said, "Can you die too?" I was thinking it just makes a joke, because he was the man who always parked his car so behind me that I had no space to get out, and I never knew where he was, and I didn't want to wait till it's dark, and I had already my husband. I was in love with my husband. I wanted to get married with my husband. I didn't want other men. I was a true woman. And maybe he was in love into me, and I'm not into him, and I always wanted just to go home. And I had a Peugeot Cabriolet, and a man, I think I had men who liked me, and who wanted me, but I wanted my husband, because he was a true one, and I wanted that one man who is true, and had children. And then, and then I flew with him, and his face was really driven to stone, and he didn't talk anymore with me, and he flew like that, and then I said, "Okay, you won, you die alone, let me go out." And then I went out and watched how he flew, very dangerous, up, down like that, up like that, and quick, over the hill. I could see him coming back over the hill, I never forget it. And back over the hill. We had to, over the hill, get that beton and bring it here. And on Monday, he was dead, and I was invited to go to the cemetery, to the funeral. I was invited there, and it was a shock. He should not have died, this young man. Maybe he did also not die, maybe it was a lie, and maybe it was a show, and they wanted to see my reaction. But I loved my husband. It was tragical, very tragical. But it was not like my husband would have died, it's not the same. But it was sad. But I was not guilty. I did the right thing. Not every woman has to become a prostitute only because one man wants that he can fuck you too, because you have already a boyfriend, and he wants that you are the prostitute so he can fuck you. Then every beautiful woman could be made to a prostitute just because there could be a man who is making self-murdering because of her beauty. Yeah, but I also had that heartbroken thing because of a man who was not my man, and I also had to learn to come over it. Not eat, not breathe, try not to breathe, try not to eat, not doing it yourself, 6 weeks, hard prayers, not doing anything, doing painting, doing artwork was helping, but I managed. And what I can do, everyone else can do too. but it's hard. It's hard. Don't wish that to anyone. Just my advice is, if you are in love with someone, have to not proud, not too proud. Have the courage to say it and to find out if he loves you too, and if they come together, it's good, happy end. And if no more love, happy separation. So after I got married, then I had to find a restart in the business, and this was very. This didn't go. I didn't. As I said, I wrote over 1,500 letters, and I got only no. In the business, no. And then they said maybe you should work as a waitress, maybe you should work in a restaurant. Maybe it's the wrong profession. So then the first job after I went here to Steinhausen was at direct mail companies. And there, my first job was, I don't have a certificate because the first job was written in the newspaper for children, for teenagers, and with to bring the mail to the people, bring the mail, the advertising mail with your own motor. Right. I did that, but I only get 7 francs per hour. So like teenagers, that was my first job. I did that until the bees came out on my head. I had 2 working accidents. At one came the police and teased, not the police. I didn't see anyone. I had to put the mail in the briefkasten, and someone teased me from above, from the house. That hurts very much. I lie down to the ground in the rain. Everything was falling in the rain. That was one, and the other one where someone sent a whole folk, a whole country of bees onto me. When I put off the helm, all the bees stuck me exactly in this place. I don't know why exactly this place. Maybe someone put something on me which smelled for them very good. I don't know. I don't know. They all came and I had to go to the doctor, and he said he had to cut my hair to get that tails out of me, that sticks out of me, and I didn't want to cut the hair. That was my mistake. So these sticks I had to scratch out now for 6 years, and the poison of the bees must have hurt me deep inside. It has become water under the skin, you know, like a lake under the earth, under the skin, and it smelled bad. And yeah, that happened. And after these 2 accidents, I talked to my boss, and he was kind, and I could change to the ladies who prepare the bundles, the packages for the postbote, for the order. And we had to do that together, like one of this, one of this, one of this, and they all on their motorbikes got their bundles, and they had a plan where they had to bring that. And this gave more money, about 19 or 20 francs, about that. And later, then after the direct mail, they said they closed. They moved somewhere else, and they didn't want me anymore. I was not good enough for them, and then I had to search for another job again, all 2 years, and then came the Bäckerei Hotz. Only 1 week I drove with that bus and sold bakery things. I sold bakery things, Gipfeli and sweets and cheesecakes, and I drove from company to company. And this was a big car for me. I had always this small Peugeot Cabriolet and small Toyota, long, yes, but not yet high. And I was scary. I was not sure in driving so quick. I was too slowly, and they said you are not quick enough, and they didn't. I had not a job, so Then I was searching in bakeries a job, and then I came to Brandli in Unteragari, and this job I liked very much. But as soon as I started, this Mr. sold it to someone else, to Mr. Marcus Neff. So after 2 weeks work, the boss sold the company to her Neff. He was there 2 years, and I was happy for these 2 years. I had also Pauli as a friend. He was a customer, and we became friends. We had also our discussions about money. I lost him because he wanted suddenly money, like a call boy, 4,000 Swiss francs for a bed. Maybe he was thinking I was rich, but I was working. Actually, I was very poor, and then I said no. Then I went to Sri Lanka with another friend of mine, with whom I was not in love. He also not, but his birthday was his 50th birthday, and he invited me to come to Sri Lanka. He wanted some money also. That was fight fire with fire, money with money. Anyway, and later then I didn't work. Then came Elmo Gastronomia, that was the latest. Then came Coupon. When I was to the government, they said go to these platforms where you can work only for an hour or for a week or for this is a cool thing. You can also go abroad, and I did that, and I fight for the stars. It was for me like a game. I liked it very much. I should have done this when I was young. It should have been the opposite. Do this when you're young, and then study in the meanwhile, or be a ballerina, becoming a ballerina, and later work then in the boring offices. I should have done this when I was young. And I really tried to be good at it and gave my best. I gave my best. This is only in the middle certificate. The end they stole me, and that hurts. The end they stole me. I did much more working for years, and then I had also another dream fulfilled, to work in a strand bar, in a swimming, where the swimming pool is and the lake is, to swim, in this place, working at the kiosk, at the cafe, giving the tickets. And then my daughter, I worked there more. This was for one summer, I was working there. I was cleaning the salads, I was cleaning the toilets, I was selling the sweets, I was selling the food, I was making the buffet, and also helping in the kitchen and doing the buffet, and then washing as a dishwasher. I did everything. And then I suddenly cried, like now hurts me really. My contact lens hurt me. And I cried because my daughter was crying for help. She said she is stuck in. My mother, my parents hold her and didn't let her go, and she didn't have the ordnance. And I shall bring her the ordnance because she cannot make her homework for the school. That is heavy. That is not killing, but it's heavy enough. It's evil enough. And I went there then and brought her things, and I was all the time thinking something is wrong, but she didn't came home with me, so I couldn't get her out there, and I couldn't save my own daughter from my own parents. That's why I should have gone to the police before I got children and said they have to go to jail, they are murderers. And there, because they have police officers as their friends, and the police is helping them and is against me. I didn't dare to go to the police. Now it hurts so much, I really cry now. Then when you cry, you can no more work. So I went by myself to that doctors for not broken bones, but for your soul, when your soul is hurt. I went there, and it was helping. There were also all the crying people. I saw I'm not the only one who has problems with her own family. There were also others crying, couldn't stop. Shit, that is hard. That is so hard. It's really hard. because I'm now nightly in the same situation. She's sits no me. That's the oldest daughter living with my husband, and I really never see them. And this is so hard, by the way. But if you think they get killed and they are not safe, that is the hardest thing for a mother. But I could go out after 6 weeks. The psychiater said, you are better now, you do no more cry, and now that the health insurance pay your stay here, I need to give you pills. So if you don't want these pills, because the pills can also hurt you and insure you, you should go home now. So after 6 weeks I was sent home. Otherwise I had to sign that I stay there and for at least 3 months and take pills. And with these pills you get fed and you are no more able then to work. And that I didn't want. But I didn't run away. I was going there by my own free will, and I had a good psychiater and I could go by my own free will, but I had to write a letter to the government to ask that they send that I can go, and I could not just go, and that I did. So, but after this day, I should work again. And I don't know why this never did not work. Then came my hair, which went out, and I didn't manage to go work. And now I also feel all the time when I go out and work, the police is coming, it's also maybe good for me because I'm in danger that my parents come and steal my hand, and then I lose my Facebook, I lose my YouTube, I lose everything. Then they stole already the things here. The family things are still here, but my things, the hot ones, the sexy ones, not. The sexy ones, not. And that is my proud, all my proud is not this and not the notes and not the school. All my proud is all that what I did, but what I was able to do myself, doing sexy clothes by sewing, making them, and all that. Now I show also this, This is my searching for a job ordner, and I still have it. The other ones I throw away. That is the title side. There is how you have to write it. A lot of letters. I keep them so I can still see how to write letters. I was often enough there that are old. When you, it's not a letter. It's where you explain your life. I've been in school then, and have been make apprenticeship there, and I have worked there. It's everything here, and that is the last one I made. I wanted to work in this house as the houseward. I wanted to clean the house, be the cleaner, and look for everything, And that was my last one. But I have made so many different types of things of that. Here we have a black one because the bakery here, the phone note is black. So I also made this one. This is me, also my picture of me. That was me. But this I didn't bring there because I was suddenly feeling to work. This was I was weeks and months, maybe months. I really studied how to do this because I have so many things to write here, and that it was full, and I studied how to write it, I studied how to write it. And then I had other sides. I was tricky here with the titles. And there was already the problem with the whips. That was a whip and that was a whip. And one whip is not enough. I didn't have two similar because you have always to clean one, So I showed both whips, and then I didn't dare to go there for work at all. I don't know. I didn't dare to go there. But I already spent months about writing this letters. This thing here, these two. Lebenslauf, life. When you walk your life, it's in German, life walk. I don't know if it's in English also this name. I didn't make the proficiency that I would have learned there for sure. Here are old ones. Every time when I take a new step to get a new job, I had a new style, so new other style or other colors. You know, that was when I was a little bit artist. There were Kasperli-Theater Auftritte, and I was thinking I have to write that also. I'm telling stories and making dance and photos, and like that you didn't get a job, I didn't get, and the professional, which you leave it all away. I'm only business, no hobbies, only skiing, grabbing ski, singing a little bit. Grey, we had all colors, black, grey, everything. I made for nothing, and then I decided I write now books. And instead of doing this silly thing which never leads to something, which never leads to a job. Yeah, and then that comes out. That was at Markridge, but that I got for only 6 weeks there in the bookkeeping department. And what was my job? Once I did, when you have that here, you have the bills. They do it with the handy picture it in they digitalize the things for the archive. That I did, and control the bills, not pay the bills. I didn't pay. I didn't have the power to say we pay that bill or not, or where put that bill. No, I had not the power. I was only the helper, so I only controlled if bills is. If they made not a mistake on the bill, if the other side counted the right thing. So that was only my job. So stealing money, not possible. I have not power, I have not money. Yeah, so that is all about that. Here, I also worked once for the street parade. In the bar, at the bar, giving alcohol, and I had to learn in which age they can get what. And I had also made that schools. That was quite cool, yeah. So it is that now, and then the next step is taxes, and now you have seen me a long time. You see, I have talked over a long thing, and I hope this can stay alive. That's what I am. Me. I cannot be a prostitute and get rich in Kantonszug. Then I have to move away. Because I have herpes genitalis, is not my plan. The Zuckerhaus, if it was my plan, that's also better. I also wanted to drive around with my Kasperli-Theater or make a mini one-woman show with 2 dogs, a mini circus, and without a car that is not more possible. Quasi dancer again, go-go dancer, from bordel to bordel, no, I don't want. But make really a show, be a singing star like a Madonna, that would be possible, but then I need helpers. Then I need one person who helps me with the clothes, who helps me to carry these things, who helps me to carry one dog, to fly with me around. I cannot do it alone. And there is that person to which I can trust. Maybe I just sit further here, but the books is not yet ready. The Himmelslight and all the stories I can write, and then I can alone travel to the book publisher and get my stories published. That I can do. That's what I say. Right now, I'm searching out in my life all the time what goes, what I can do, where I have to go. This is possible, alone. Not only the singing, but to publish my books is possible. So we go on for that. And now, I'm wondering how many people will see this, because I'm not schizophrenic. That had nothing to do with that. And I have now not my low point, not yet. I do that with fully consciousness as a surprise for all the men and women who were looking till now. Under a businesswoman, after a hard business day, every boss has lost so much. I could have given a blue job. Not even that, only I could have showed. Here a surprise. I'm old. Wait, I have first to fix it. It must be good, you know. It should be. I should just show it. Another color. Don't want to make any mistakes though. That's Hollywood style, huh? But for that it really works out, I must earn some money and get my breasts done again, that they stand up, like pushed in. Here's a little crown. That's for dancers. I should have had that when I was young. That would have been for Urs Klauser, you know. But at that time I was closed. I was true to my husband. And I didn't go like that working. No. I didn't make the manhood. No. But now, when I now had a boss and he says, you get your 4, 5, 6,000 and a bonus, and I get my blue job every day before you go home, I would do it. I could do that. Not sex, not love, only a blue job, like the mouse, the Wicked. I don't know how her name was Wicked, Gabby Wicked. And I was the secretary of John Chamberlain, a personal secretary. Gabby Wicked was on the other side, and she was an evil Wicked. She played Wicked games. That was Wicked game, lady. She had her boss, you know. She had her thing. She could travel with him also to England, London, all over the world. That was a Wicked game, lady. I was always good. And John Chamberlain, my boss, was also only good. And the good ones get victims. Somehow. And that, to all the bosses who did not, who did say me, no, you bet you could have had that. You could have had that. And now it's gone. Forever or not. So, I'm not good in ironing. And I wish still I could earn money to have my breasts done, to have so nice breasts that I could do that. And it would not be cheap, you know. I mean, I'm not Maria anymore. I posted the pictures of Maria. I'm no more full of Gnaden. I need teeth and tits. Teeth and tits. 2 teeth I need. Then I have 3. Theo, teeth and tits. Theo, teeth and tits. So, and with that, I say goodbye for now. The light is gone. It's evening now. I see the light. It's about 5 or 6 o'clock. So I spent a whole day for this talking. A whole day. And now I want to, that is no more the focus. Now the focus are the talks papers. Okay? You have enough stuff of me to study. The whole internet is still full of me, even if they stole that. Okay, the hot ones are stolen. The ones I wanted to, The Waiting for the King, you know, that film, which was stolen already from Annabelle. They made out a story with it, with a supermodel, and I made a sex film for adults with it. And I wanted to bring it once. I started to bring it to Prince Charles. or to bring it to the other king, the evil one, the him one. But at the end I did nothing and it got stolen. But it got stolen already. The Annabelle, the Tamedia, the Swiss Tamedia company, Tamedia is also connected with Blick. They stole the story and made it not as a porn, just the story. The story is, there's a lady, she's waiting, she has not a date, she has a time with the king. She has to wait for the king in the big room, and he doesn't come, like in the Bible. The king, which gets married, also has delay, and all are getting fall asleep, and I did not fall asleep. I did as a porn do it myself, but in a nice way, and I didn't feel anything. It was just not the brush, taking things which are there, putting him down, but under the skirt, so you cannot really see a lot. But I looked so nice then, young, beautiful, blonde. The dress was so nice, red and Christmas-like, and it was well done and well played, and it was my masterpiece, and they stole it. And I didn't get any franc, and that hurts. And no king saw it, only comedial people, and the people, Annabelle readers, but not me, they saw someone else. But it was the first time that fashion was connected with fairy tale, and it was because of me. Through me, they learned how they can sell fashion. So I did a lot of things. I have been a businesswoman, even though I didn't catch so much money. I have not been the big boss of my own label, my own fashion label. I just did the fashion for me and put it on myself, did things with it. So, but I had big ideas, big dreams, and also kind of a good life, even though I had a lot of enemies and I got poisoned again and again and again. Greetings to all victims, greetings to all good people, greetings to all self-publisher, greetings to all bosses, to all big bosses. Prince Charles is also now a big boss. And greetings to all. Yeah, greetings to all. And bye. Have a nice day, evening, whatever. When we don't see each other again, nice life. Bye-bye.